Police today revealed details of the biggest meth seizure ever at New Zealand's border. These 713 kilos of meth came from Canada, hidden in maple syrup. And 6 men were arrested in Auckland. But it was kept secret for months as Kiwi cops helped Australian and Canadian police to bust the same cartel as it tried to smuggle in almost $2 billion of meth into Melbourne. Australia correspondent Emma Cropper reports.
It ended here, a sophisticated, coordinated takedown of a Canadian crime group in a Melbourne apartment. Exposing a secret operation that started on our shores 6 months ago.
All of a sudden, we've seen a surge coming down this way. 713 kilograms of meth found in maple syrup bottles had been seized at the New Zealand border. It's almost a year's supply of methamphetamine.
Enough for 35 million doses, our largest border seizure ever, by 100 kilograms.
You've got to understand, these people don't care. They know the harm this is causing to our communities, right? They know that. They don't care. This is all about money and greed.
The crime syndicate used Canada as a launch pad. Once we intercepted our haul, it was kept secret, while New Zealand police tipped off Australian authorities.
So we just had to be patient and hold off so the Australians could complete the work that they needed to do.
What was being sent their way?
This is one of the largest attempted imports of liquid methamphetamine into Australia.
Packaged in canola oil bottles, it was
worth an eye-watering $1.7 billion.
And also stopped by the Canadian Border Authority.
This includes the largest seizure of methamphetamine in CBSA history.
It disrupts an international drug smuggling plot to send drugs down under.
We're always looking. We're always looking.
And New Zealand police have eyes all over the world.
Oh, good evening, Emma. What do we know about the arrests made in New Zealand over all this?
Well, Samantha, we know very little about the identity of who these people are because of the secrecy which has been surrounding this case. We've heard from police that they are 6 men. They had been arrested earlier in this year from a Helensville property, but we weren't made aware of those arrests or any of these court appearances which may have taken place over the months this year. They are different men to the ones arrested here in Australia overnight, but they do have the same links to the alleged crime syndicate in Canada. Police talked about the power of the collaboration between their countries and catching these men, pointing out the creative and inventive ways they're now using to try and smuggle drugs into our countries, and they're targeting Australia and New Zealand because of the high meth use in these countries and because they can sell meth here for such a higher price than what they can anywhere else in the world.
Emma Cropper there live from Sydney. Tēnā koe.